Good evening. Welcome to Fantastic Dimensions. This is part 3 of the um, scenario titled, what was this one called again? Eyes for the Blind. Yeah, I was thinking The Eyes of a Stranger. That was the last one. Eyes for the Blind. So, you guys were getting in the cab, or sorry, more like the carriage, not a cab, with Albert Stafford, the one that you have on retainer there, of course, at the agency, 33 Golden Square. So, Ruben, Spencer, James, and Loyal, you can all get on. And you wanted to go to Rouse's funeral parlor, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. That is the gist.
Okay. So Rouse's is a respected funeral parlor on the busy Charing Cross Road in central London. As you kind of driving up to it out front, you can just see a large window of darkened glass with the establishment's name in tasteful gold lettering, Rouse's Funeral Parlor. Um, Albert says, do you want me to just leave you off here, sir? Wait? Or should I keep going?
1 second before we get to that point, I wanted to get my P's and Q's in line here before I just start spouting off. The house that I noted the book being stolen from,
Mm-hmm.
was that hold on, that was the house that was previously owned by the 1600s occult specialist Dr. John D.
Correct. Yes.
And that was at 2 Church Street in Mortlake.
Yes, it was Mortlake.
Okay, very good. Okay. And that was the Cartwright house.
2 Church Street. There we go.
Yep, got it. All right. Uh, in the process of driving over, Ruben would have noted that the having stuff stolen is one thing, but having stuff stolen and then the elephant gun taken makes me think that perhaps somebody was taking it for purpose rather than for money. You know,
Okay.
maybe maybe somebody is hunting something and they were in desperate need, so they broke in and just saying. I was just saying out loud
Okay.
while it was in my head. Yes, right here will be fine.
He stops.
Gentlemen, what time of the day is it, by the way?
Do I have it written down here? Early afternoon. We'll say maybe 2 o'clock.
And is it still the Friday or did we go into the Saturday?
Oh, it is. Hold on. I just had it.
The
It's
third
June
was,
It's
5th.
Sunday. Sunday, the
oh,
5th of
Sunday.
June.
Sunday. Oh, they won't be open Sunday, will they?
The funeral parlor?
Yeah, it'll be a church thing, right? No working, no toiling on Sunday.
I don't know if that'd be a big thing in London.
I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
Is the person that died, were they supposed to be on view or getting ready to be buried, so they might be on view, or is it just for going to look at the corpse?
Okay, well, let's go up there and demand to see the manager and get remuneration on the carriage and my person that was assaulted by this speeding away carriage marked the funeral, the hearse. That's the gist we're going with. That this went to visit a friend of mine and a hearse marked with your name and all that came tearing out of there and
Okay, so
caused our carriage to wreck.
so you're saying this as you approach the front door.
That's what that's the gist we're gonna go
Okay.
with.
Well, okay, so you push open the door.
Sure. If it's not a personal door, but yeah, business door.
It's the business door. There's a man about in his early 60s, with short gray hair, a hawk nose, and a neat white mustache. He wipes his brow with a clean handkerchief and complains of the summer heat. This is bad for custom, very bad, he sighs. Yet people still die. Can
Indeed,
I help you, sir?
Mr. James, you want to step forward here, sir?
Who's Mr. James?
James there. James.
Oh, Mr. Chamberlain.
Yes, Chamberlain, right.
Do you, Rob?
What to talk to the guy?
Yeah, somebody with some skills other than lock picking and a
give me a quick refresher on why we're exactly at this place right now. I don't remember.
When I was following up on the letter and an address, I was at the 2 Church Street in Mortlake, owned by the Cartwrights, which were one of the names on the letters. And a hearse was parked there, and 2 men come running out carrying a large book covered up. And then they tore off, and I gave chase, and there was a problem. And hold on now. Am I mixing this up? We didn't actually give chase.
No, you didn't give chase.
Our taxi wrecked because of the people following me.
Mm-hmm,
right. You tried to
but I'm still going to say it this way. That in the process of them tearing out of there all haphazardly, it caused the taxi that I was in to wreck, and we're following up on.
Tell me what you say, as this gentleman has greeted you, and is now staring at you, and finding your behavior quite rude as you're not responding.
Sir, we need to speak to someone about one of your hearses that caused an accident.
I'm sorry, sir.
Well, at least a hearse marked with the name of your funeral company, I should
Must
say.
have been the one that the police returned a couple of hours ago.
Indeed.
Or even, maybe not even a couple hours ago. Maybe, yeah, an hour ago.
Would that work? Has it been an hour since then?
Mm-hmm.
What did the police say about the people that took the hearse and stole it? They find them?
Let me just see here. He says, no, it was stolen. We found it stolen this morning, reported it, and they dropped it off here it was about an hour ago. It was afternoon.
Yet they didn't mention whether they apprehended the suspects or
no, they didn't mention any suspects.
Interesting.
I'm very sorry, sir. Did you have property that was damaged? Perhaps you should contact the police. They have the report.
Indeed. Whatever names you can give me on your end so that we can cut through the red tape when I do get to the police station.
For Constable, sure, he'll name you Constable Ross.
All right. Anybody on their end as far as the reporting and all that?
On whose end, sir? I'm sorry.
The business end. Yeah, the funeral parlor's end.
Myself, sir.
All right. Sorry to bother you on this Sunday, this hot Sunday. We will now excuse ourselves. You have a good day, sir.
A good day to you, sir.
Once we're out of there, that seems to be a slice of the shit, don't you think? If someone just needed to steal a vehicle or steal a carriage, they could have stolen any vehicle, any carriage. Why take a lumbering hearse?
Perhaps
carry a body in it.
Well, perhaps having read a few Penny Dreadfuls in my time, perpetrators figured that having a logo of some company on the side would alleviate suspicion of men entering and exiting a house.
Good call.
Yeah.
Good thought. Good thought.
Did that guy seem like he was being shifty or at all? Not that I'm like the best reader of people.
Give me a psychology roll.
Let's see here. What is my psychology check? Oh yeah, it's a fat 10%. I rolled 94. I totally believe, but no, he seemed completely on the up and up.
Yeah, he was very, very polite.
Seemed like an excellent funeral director.
He wasn't even
Indeed.
terrified of Loyal because he's met you before, Loyal.
Oh, okay.
Loyal, give me an idea roll.
A what
That's
now?
your intelligence.
Yeah, that's what I mean. A what now?
Yeah, this should be good.
I don't know. What is your intelligence? I don't have your
40?
character sheet. Okay,
A,
roll
se-
it.
a 7.
40.
Oh my god.
What'd you roll, Loyal?
40. I rolled a 6.
You rolled a 6, so you got extreme
That's-
success.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you've seen him before because he also sometimes donates bodies to the surgeons and such that you do work for. You know, the same people that send you out to pick things up. In fact, you've picked up bodies from this place before, but never during the day.
Well, I've worked with him before. Has there ever been any instance where things have been a little sketchy with him? Well,
Yeah, give me another idea roll.
Oh fuck. 49. Oh, do I want to spend 9 luck?
No, you can't. No, don't spend
No?
9 luck. Don't spend
No.
9 luck. No. Reuben, James, maybe even Spencer, but definitely Reuben and James. You both know that those bodies that are being used for the research and stuff with the surgeons and stuff, that is all technically illegal. You know,
Of course.
because the bodies are supposed to be interred, but they actually get taken for scientific,
Well, if somebody
work
can't
or whatever.
afford a funeral, then,
Well, there's that too, but you know, either way.
If the guy's being shifty in
But
that
as far
area,
as this
he
guy,
may
he's
be.
never been any kind of like he's never ripped anybody off, or you've never had any problems with him. He just occasionally sells some of the bodies that are brought to his funeral home to the colleges with the surgeons and stuff.
I've known him for a while. He's no more shifty than the rest of us.
Well, we still have the address of 2 Church Street in Mortlake, where the
Mhm.
Cartwrights live. That was once owned by the cult specialist from the 1600s.
John D. Yeah.
Yeah, that we can look into. And if we can't find the book, maybe we can find out, the book that's missing. Because Mr. Horatio Cartwright was killed on the train. There was the Elias Cartwright. And then so I guess Elias is the last one that would be there. So I guess we'll follow up. That's an idea. We could follow up on that. But
Could we find out where the wagon was discovered by the police?
he wasn't forthcoming, and I suspect he wasn't going to be. We could
You could
follow
ask the
up with,
police. You have the police constable Ross.
right. I don't necessarily want to use the accent with the Constable Ross, though. How about we just go report what we saw, or what I saw? That 2 men were running out of this house, and House of Interest, and it
Okay.
carrying a big book, and
So you
that
go
was,
to the local, police station, whatever, the constables,
is this where our constable is, or is this another
No, this is
region?
central London. You're in Soho.
All right, so I'll go straight for that Constable Ross then.
Yeah, you go into the reception probably. They ask you, can
Oh,
I help you?
sure.
Do you want to report a crime or?
Absolutely. Nefarious activity.
Very well. Your name?
Ruben Carmichael
Hmm.
of Hudson and Brand gives him a card.
Okay. Ah, Master Carmichael. He says, well, if you'd like to have a seat, I could have someone with you sometime in the next hour. Do you
I
want
was
some
under
tea?
a tea would be wonderful. I was under the understanding that Constable Ross was the one attached to the case that I am about would like to supply some more info for.
Oh, crime has already been reported.
Indeed, this is a secondary aspect to
Please
it.
help yourself to some tea. There's probably some biscuits or whatever, and and I will try to contact Constable Ross and have him with you as soon as possible.
Thank you.
Fantastic. I'll start pouring tea,
Okay.
noshing out cookies, and wandering around aimlessly, taking notes of the police department.
Biscuits.
Loyal's eating a lot of cookies right now.
Yeah, jeez.
Biscuits.
Biscuit, but they're sweet.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Yeah,
far
like
too
the
thin to be
cookies.
biscuits. I know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Chicago, though.
Yep, I know.
Indeed.
Okay. And you're gonna just wait for him,
Sure.
Ruben? What's your luck?
Currently, it is, survey says, a 57.
Okay. It takes over an hour.
Okay.
So by the time he arrives, it's close to 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Fair enough. They're busy.
Says,
They're busy with their regular work as it is.
Master Carmichael, I'm sorry to have kept you busy or kept you waiting with my own busyness.
Absolutely, not at all, Constable. I understand London's a busy place and will always keep you employed.
Indeed. So I understand you wanted to talk to me about a crime previously reported.
Indeed, my taxi was cut off near 2 Church Street in Mortlake by a hearse that was leaving the property, and I saw 2 individuals carrying out what could have been a body wrapped up in a blanket of some sort. And when I followed up with the funeral parlor to follow up on the damages to my friend's carriage, we found out that it had been stolen and returned. So we're following up on that to perhaps add more to your case file if you did not already have that information.
Yes, of course. No, we found it abandoned near Hyde Park.
I see.
It had been reported stolen that morning, so we returned it to Rouse's funeral parlor. Mr. Rouse was very polite
I'm sure.
and very grateful as well.
I'm sure there was a significant investment
So this
involved
was
there.
2 Church Street, Mortlake, you said? You believe you saw them carrying a body?
So it was large enough to be a body. I've seen more than my share of bodies, unfortunately.
I
And
understand.
while it was not exposed, it did have that body-like shape, even though it
And were
was
you visiting 2 Church Street for any particular reason?
an acquaintance of mine had been killed on a train when we were on a holiday, and I was coming to present my condolences to the family.
Oh, I see.
That's why I caught it fairly odd that these individuals were taking a body out of there, and then
We'll definitely have to investigate this.
and then their behavior was quite erratic.
I appreciate your report, Master Carmichael.
Always
You have a
wanting
very
to.
good reputation amongst some of my colleagues.
Well, that's good to hear. I do all my part that I can. Hopefully, this helps your investigation in some way.
Very well. Will there be anything else?
No, sir. You have a fine day and be safe.
And yourself as well.
We'll make ourselves scarce, I assume.
Yeah.
Unless you gentlemen have something to say.
Nope, but I will I'll make an off the cuff remark as we head out. I was like, oh, fascinating. Did you know that there's a Hyde Park in Chicago as well? There was
Indeed.
an exposition there about 40 years ago.
Very interesting.
Oh, be that as it may, should we go and see if we can find anything at the park, or I don't know, how do these things work?
Yeah, I don't think the park is anything of note other than just a place to dump the carriage at. But what we could do is draw a line from 2 Church Street to Hyde Park, see if there's anything en route that might be of interest, and then perhaps make our way back to. At this time of the day, we're probably better off to make it back to the house, get our ducks in the row, and then perhaps decide what to do the next day. Gentlemen, what do you think?
Best plan I've heard so far.
I leave it to the expert's decision.
Okay, so yeah, Hyde Park isn't terribly far from central London. Mortlake is. It's a kind of a suburb at this time out the southwest on the other side of the river. You may remember crossing the bridge when you were on your way there.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. The distance is 8 miles. Okay, and let me just see. Where is... Hold on. There's Lambeth. Where is Soho? Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out where the fuck Soho is in relation to this. Well, either way, you get the idea anyway that Hyde Park would be just a place to stash the cab, and it wasn't terribly far from, where it was stolen in the first place.
I see. Well,
Oh, actually, Soho is pretty close to Hyde Park too. It's just on the other side of Mayfair. So now that I look at it here, oh yeah, Central London, sorry, is further to the east of you. Apologies. So where is from Soho to Charing Cross? I'm just using Google Maps to try to get ideas of where everything is. Yeah, okay, Charing Cross is only a mile from Soho. You're pretty close to Central London yourselves. There you go. So yeah, anyway, by this point in time, it's after 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday, 5th of June.
so I guess we'll head back to the house and
Go back to your
recollect
own house.
ourselves. Indeed.
Okay. Markham, of course, will be there to greet you. Good
Gentlemen, if
afternoon,
you'll,
sir.
yes, if you'll excuse me for a few moments, I will be indisposed, and I'll be back with you.
Very well. And I will go and have a brandy.
Yeah, you just serve yourself.
Yep.
Okay. Serve yourself brandy. What about you, James? What are you doing?
It's only around 3 o'clock. Is it what?
Well, by the time you got back to the house, it's probably 3:30, going on 4. It's about tea time.
Yeah, I'll wait till tea time. I'm sure. Manservant will come out with something.
Markham. It's hard. He's not a
That's the
manservant.
name. Yeah.
Think of him more as a butler than a manservant, but fair enough.
Okay. Well, he's a man and he's a servant, so well, I get you though. Yeah, I can't think of his name.
He's a comfortable servant who lives in Soho and is paid a pretty decent wage, so he's happy. So then, what about you, Loyal? What are you going to do?
I guess I'll stay for tea at least.
Cool. Like 15 minutes later, Markham comes out with a big tray of sandwiches, variety of different breads and meats and cheeses.
Splendid as usual, Martin. Splendid as usual.
He also brings out, you know, hot water and tea and milk and sugar if anybody wants to make tea. He helps himself to a glass of brandy. There's plenty of spare glasses if anybody else wants any. Being the kind of chummy, curious sort that he is, he'll probably approach Spencer, since Spencer's relatively new, and say, "So, Master Tillman, how did everything go at the funeral parlor?"
Well, it didn't seem very productive, unfortunately. The lead turned out to be a dead end. According to the man there, the hearse had been stolen, and they had just received it back from the police after they had found it abandoned in Hyde Park. So we are off to, as far as I can tell, square one again.
I see.
But perhaps Ruben or James have something planned. They have some clue to follow or whatnot. I guess tomorrow we will find out.
Roll a percentile die for me, Merrick.
Sure. 29.
Markham will say to you then, "And did you happen to notice the cab that keeps parking out front of the agency? I keep seeing the same driver over and over again."
Oh, do you know?
Loyal's going to peek outside.
You don't see it.
No, I had not noticed anything like that.
It was there when you came home, but it pulled away as you pulled in.
Hmm. That is very strange.
When did it arrive? If you don't mind me asking.
I've seen it come and go a couple of times today. It was there, I think, when you left, but it went the other direction. Someone's taking notes.
Yep. Sorry.
No, don't worry about it. It's cool. Anyway, Master Carmichael has excused himself temporarily, but I'll leave that information with you if you wish to share that with him. He says to James and Spencer, and Loyal too.
Certainly, Mark. Thank you so much.
One last question: was it a working cab or was it just a coach?
Which one? The one that was
Yeah, the one that was outside the residence.
just a cab.
A cab. Okay. But with no markings on.
No markings.
Okay.
Cigars.
Certainly, yes. That the news has unnerved me a little bit. I think that someone is spying on this place. Wonder if they have.
It wouldn't be the first time, sir.
Oh, I see. I see.
This agency has garnered the attention of many an underhanded organization within the city over the last 8 or 9 years.
Hmm.
Gentlemen,
Yes.
sorry.
Reuben,
Yes, sir. Had a bit of indigestion there. Sorry, I apologize.
no worries. Markham was just mentioning that there's been a cab that's been hiding or seen several times recently observing the agency from across the way. Apparently, they pulled away just as we arrived tonight.
Indeed. Is it some sort of an identifiable cab or nondescript?
Well, he says he recognizes the driver since they've been coming so often, but no markings on the cab itself.
Just a black hansom cab, sir.
Interesting. Much like the ones that's been following me around since we've returned from the regatta.
Brandy, sir?
Indeed.
Cigar?
No.
Everybody else, I think, is smoking cigars, except maybe Loyal, who's finishing off a tray of sandwiches.
Yeah, one tray for me, one tray for everyone else.
There was only one tray.
Okay.
Everybody else got a sandwich, and you got the tray. There's a couple of
I-
pieces left on it if you want one, Ruben.
No, he's fine. No, Ruben will avoid the cigar smoke. And
So he's standing on
make
the other
him.
side of the parlor away from them.
Sure.
Fair enough. Markham serves you brandy.
Well,
Well, sir, it seems you've gained the attention of someone in the city recently.
it does seem that way.
I will make sure to keep the shotgun beside my bed. You
I
remember
think that
previous robbery where the door was busted in and Markham got busted up a little bit.
yes, I think we all should be sleeping with our weapons at hand. Now,
Said,
as far as the who is following or observing, there's a couple of ways we can go about finding it.
Do you want to go back over any of your clues and notes and things that you've found so far? What do you have?
Well,
You still have that
hmm.
letter.
Yes, definitely. We have a copy of the letter anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Do
you want me to read it again, or do you want to read it out loud to the group?
No, I don't want to read it out loud to the group, but we can put it up.
Group. Oh, put it up. Yeah, I had it at one point. Let me see here. This would be in scenarios, wouldn't it? This is called Eyes for the Blind. Nope, I don't seem to have that here. Where did I put that fucking handout is the question. Maybe on the desktop. Yep, indeed, it was. Okay. Let's size it appropriately. That's fine. It's going to be huge, but that way everybody can see it.
Ah!
Hang on, Mark.
No, it's good.
Does anybody want to read the note out loud?
I do believe Ian volunteered to do that.
My honored friend Jeremiah, by the time you read this, I fear that I shall be dead. But the time has come to act. Nistor Ferenc means to raise the Dulcarnan with incalculable consequences. He boasted much in his converse with me, and now I fear I know too much for his liking. Olaus Wormius I have instructed Horatio to hide, and by now he should have destroyed the Green Man if all has gone well. I have buried the other things at Robin Hood's bower. You know where. Go quickly, and beware of blind men who are not what they seem. Elias. Now, Loyal.
Yes.
I would like, as much as it pains me to ask, I would like you to make another idea roll.
It pains me more.
I can imagine.
68, not even close.
Oof.
Yeah, don't ask me for an idea roll, damn it.
Well, you can give me another idea roll for another reason anyway.
Me?
No,
Oh.
Ruben.
37, and his idea is an 80. So a 37 is under my 40.
Okay. Well, it crosses your mind that Loyal has already mentioned that that funeral director, Rouse's funeral
Mhm.
parlor, sells bodies, to researchers and things of that sort, whatever. So, you already kind of know he can be bought or whatever, right?
Right.
So far, the murder that you've seen committed was committed by a dead body,
Right.
a zombie, a reanimated dead
Exactly.
body, anyway.
Mm-hmm. Could you
So
throw that
as
note back up
polite
again?
and nice as the gentleman was,
Yes.
you may still also, not be convinced of his innocence in all this, especially since it was his vehicle that you saw that was conveniently stolen and then turned up not far from the parlor itself then.
Exactly.
And there's the note again.
I'm writing down a detail in here. Hold on.
Give me a call of, or sorry, call Cthulhu. Give me a Cthulhu Mythos check. Anybody who has any Cthulhu Mythos, which is
Oh,
probably
Jesus.
only Ruben at this point, but I don't know for sure. Loyal might have some. Didn't
Nope.
Loyal encounter some kind of a Mythos entity? No?
Mythos? Nope, 0.
Okay, never mind. Oh no, he wasn't there when they ran into the dark young of Shub-Niggurath, was he?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, that would have been a great time to have him.
Okay. Yeah, it definitely would have. All right, here we go with the roll. Rolling. Ooh, it's a 13, but I don't think it's even close. Hold on. I think he's only got like a small amount. Cthulhu Mythos, I have a 7.
What did you
no.
roll?
A 13.
Do you want to spend 6 points of luck?
Yes, I might as well. Sure.
Oleas Wormouse. That name sounds familiar to you. And it is trickling in the back of your mind as I search for the information within the
Would an occult roll be
PDF.
useful here?
No, this is definitely a Cthulhu Mythos roll, not
Okay.
an occult roll. I'm just trying to find the goddamn information about the book. It is a book.
Oh, well.
Not a
Good to know.
person, like you earlier may have thought.
Clearly the big book that was being taken on the funeral. Great. In the hearse.
What do we
Probably
know
so.
of this Robin Hood's bower? It
It
appears
is.
that
It
something
is
was
a.
buried there.
I believe it is a translation of the Necronomicon, and I don't know why I can't find it here right now.
Named after the person that translated it, I assume.
It says I've buried the other things at Robin Hood's Bower. It sounds like a location, or no?
Indeed. Wasn't he that Sherwood Forest
here.
fellow
It was
who
just
robbed the rich and gave to the poor?
Dr. John D. Here it is. John D. returned to England in 1589, presumably with the Wormius Necronomicon, which was, around the time he faces accusations of witchcraft before his downfall.
Right.
The Wormius Necronomicon. So yeah, it was a translation.
Well, poop. I only have one thought, and that's to go to our now good friend No and see if he has any input.
You do have an appointment to meet him in the morning at 9 o'clock.
I know that. That's my
Okay.
plan.
Just wanted to remind you anyway.
Mm-hmm. Now that I've had a little more time to prepare, I guess I could try to bring something. What would be something that he wouldn't have easy access to.
You ask this every time you go see that guy, I think.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking. I'm kind of thinking out loud. Maybe
Anybody else
something.
have any ideas or want to contribute to anything, think about anything?
Would would they have something to do perhaps with a tree in the park? Since there was activity around that park, Hyde Park, there may be a tree named that in the park.
Named what?
The Robin's Bower, you said.
Robin Hood's Bower. Do you want to
Uh-huh.
go maybe somewhere where you can research Robin Hood's Bower?
What time is it right now?
I do, certainly.
It's
Well,
after 4 o'clock in the evening,
sure.
and it is
Let's go.
Sunday, so you're not going to have a lot of time. But you might be able to get one roll before they close and kick everybody out.
Yeah, maybe we can find out something about that. I don't know, just something about that, and then with
Be
the
at a
park being
library.
yeah.
Well, it is rather late in the day. I could go first thing in the morning to do some research if you like.
There's not much else to do this evening on a Sunday evening. So
Can't imagine we'd have.
He says with a cigar in one hand and a brandy in the other.
yeah,
Right?
if you do that every night, it gets a little monotonous. So.
I know.
Let's see. You said it's almost 5. When would their library be shutting down? 6,
I'll give you 7.
7. Let's go for it, Spencer.
And there's probably one not far from where you are.
Very well.
Ruben,
Okay.
you want to accompany us, or you got to arrange some present for your friend?
I think he's going gift shopping.
That's what dude.
What about Loyal?
Well,
Loyal want to go to the library?
a little out of his element there. Let me just double check. There's like a research skill, or
Maybe Ruben wants Loyal to go with him.
that might be better use of my skills. Maybe. Yeah.
I mean,
so we don't.
I don't
Yeah.
want to
So
put words in John's mouth. Of course, it's up to him. But
No, absolutely. Loyal's always welcome.
well, it's better than going alone in case
And
you
that way,
have
yeah.
another incident.
Might be interesting to take Loyal with Ruben to visit No so he can have his big guy along with the other 2 big guys.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of funny.
Could be interesting.
Sure.
Okay.
But yeah, he's gonna go.
Where are you going to go gift shopping?
That's my initial thought. Are there any Tibetans in London? I mean, if there were ever going to be anywhere in Europe, they're going to be here.
Everybody is in London, man. It's 6 million people.
So he would
It's
already
the
know where
biggest
the
city in the
Tibetans
world.
are. Yeah. So he's going to go to wherever the collection of Tibetans are.
Okay. And you're
And
taking Loyal
he's,
with you.
of course, and he's going to look for Shazang or Chang. I think it's just called Chang. It's a Tibetan rice beer. It's a handmade thing. So I'm gonna see if any of them are making any. If they are, inquire who makes the best, and then secure some of that.
Okay. Cool. And that's while Spencer and James go to the library to look up Robin Hood's Bower.
Indeed.
Spencer and James, you can both give me library use rolls.
Right. Yeah, immediately head over to Folklore. And I roll a 28. That is That is a hard success.
Hard success.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Robin Hood's Bower, contrary to possible expectation, is nowhere near Nottingham. It is south across the Thames, a pre-Christian enclosure of about 1 acre, not far from the villages of Knoll Hill and Maidenhead Thicket. A stroll of about an hour or 2 from Henley. Which is where the regatta was.
Interesting.
Okay.
South of the Thames?
South of the Thames, yes. It's well,
Thames.
like I said, it's about an hour or two from Henley walking. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And he said it was a burial site?
Oh wait, let me go back to what it was. Sorry, fuck, I already went past that looking for the other guys. Robin Hood's Bower. It is a pre-Christian enclosure.
Ah. Pre-Christian enclosure.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure what that means.
James, do you have a cult?
I have rather high occult.
Oh, you can roll your cult. Oh, of course you do. Yeah, you can both roll
Probably
occult
has
rolls.
more than I do.
Sorry, I forgot you have a high occult, Spencer. Of course, you're an occult book writer.
Right. 25, which I think is definitely an extreme success or higher success.
Sounds like a great place for some
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of a ritual or something.
Mm. Well, as soon as I discover this information, I'll call James over and show it out to him.
Ian, I sent you a PM.
I saw that.
Interesting.
Strange possible site for strange rituals. Perhaps we should definitely check this. Perhaps we should check this out. And it is near Henley.
Yeah, I mean it's probably the best clue we got right now.
Fascinating.
Okay. So back to Ruben and Loyal. You guys are in probably somewhere around Chinatown.
That would make sense.
Which would be around Lambeth, which would be around where Nono's turf is and where you meet with Nono, and also not too far from where the raid took place there a few months back, wasn't it? No, you know
Sure.
where Zorn was found dead in the warehouse,
Right.
and then yeah, he lost a couple of friends in an explosion in an opium den. But now you guys are walking around looking for Chang, yeah?
Indeed.
So you're asking around, and give me a Tibetan roll because
Quality Chang, of course.
I know exactly. You need to make an impression. So
Sure. Stand by. Rolling. Stand by.
Was there a carriage out when we
Cool.
left?
I don't need to look at it. It's a 19, but let me see how good it is. Well, my Tibetan's a 33. So for 3 points, I can have a hard success if I need it.
no, you don't need it. A success is good enough. Yeah, somebody gives you some instructions, tells you to go to this place, go to this particular shop, ask for Mrs. Whatever her name is, and she can sell you the good Chang.
Good. If there's anything
not gonna
else,
be cheap.
that's understandable. If there's anything else before I let them go, if there's anything else that would go well with Chang, an accompaniment for a male, a friend, not a wooing situation.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, you'll have to go there and ask them.
Oh, I didn't know if they knew when I was talking to them. Okay.
Okay. As you do so. Okay. I want you both to give me spot hidden rolls.
Spot hidden. Here we go.
Success.
Yikes. I got 83. I failed.
Okay. You got a normal success, Loyal?
Yeah, I rolled bad.
You rolled bad for a normal success?
Well, yeah, I rolled 68. And,
oh, okay. But you have a high.
Oh, yeah,
spot.
75. Yeah, it's not enough to get it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. No, it's fine. Loyal, you notice as you kind of push through the crowds in this market area, right? There's a man pressing up almost right behind you, and he's got a stick in his hand, And you turn, you see he's a blind man with the black glasses, Chinese, bald.
I give
Maybe not
Ruben.
Chinese, but Asian anyway, for sure.
Yeah, I give Ruben a little nudge. Like a little tap, and
Okay.
yeah, basically, if I'm next to him and I notice, I step up and I tap him and I point like behind us, like a little. Yeah. No, I'll try not to be too noticeable.
Give me a dodge roll as he stabs you.
Oh, that's extreme, right on the dot.
Okay, he tries to stab you, and you jump away from him. As you feel his hand pull back, you just instinctively kind of turn and kind of make some space, stretching out your arm, pushing him back, and he swings some kind of a blade right where you were a moment ago.
I'd like to grab that hand with the
Ruben?
blade in it.
Ruben, what's your dexterity?
Stand by. His dexterity is an 85.
And loyal?
Oh, my dexterity is only a 30.
Okay. You're first, Ruben. What would you like to do?
Well,
You've of course witnessed all of this because he was just kind of
When-
bringing it to your attention when the man tried to
did
stab
he
him.
stab him with the stick sort of a thing,
No.
or with
No, he's got
an
it's his other
iron?
hand,
I gotcha.
some kind of a blade.
Reuben will fast
fact-
draw his sword.
It looks like it could be the same kind of blade that you saw on the train.
I suspected as much.
Okay.
And call out for police, police, police. Oh, and he will say it in Chinese.
Okay. People start spreading out, moving away. The man goes next. He will try to stab Loyal again. Loyal, roll your dexterity, your dodge. Or you can fight back. You can fight back if you don't want to dodge too.
Oh,
Sorry.
I would like to fight back. Yes.
Okay. What are you fighting back? Brawl?
I probably have my cane in my hand, so I will
Okay.
jab him with that.
Okay.
57 and just a regular.
That's good enough because I rolled a failure for him. So he again blindly kind of stabs at you with this blade, kind of stumbling, and you easily just take the cane and thwack him with it. What's your damage?
75.
No, I can't roll that high. 6, 11.
11 points damage. Okay. You crack him in the head really hard. You hear a cracking sound.
And you reduce his height by 3 inches.
And he's still standing there though. And it's your turn. That was just a fight back as a reaction to him swinging a blade at you. So what are you going to do now in your turn?
I'm gonna. No, Trainer. It's been a while since I fought with him.
Okay.
Squat him.
How do you do like a grapple type thing? I want to grab him.
It's a combat maneuver. So
how-
you can roll your brawl versus his brawl, or yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay, so it's the same
Yep.
type of roll. Okay.
Roll it.
10, which is an extreme.
You tackle him down to the ground, and you almost have him pinned. He's still struggling a little bit though. And we go back top of the order. Ruben.
He will start calling out would be the appropriate. I don't know the word off the top of my head, but I'm gonna call out the word for the Chinese vampire.
Okay. You call it a vampire. Okay.
I'm gonna call
people
him
people are definitely freaking out and backing off.
the hopping vampires.
I know what you mean, but yeah, people are moving away, freaked out.
And
the man will try to stab Loyal one more time.
what? It's just calling. I don't get to stab him or anything.
Oh,
if
you
I
can
want
if
to?
you want. Yeah, he's.
Oh yeah,
he's
hell
held
yeah!
down.
I'm gonna stab. Hell yeah! But
Okay, you get a bonus
whatever.
die.
If they're okay, I'm just gonna roll then.
Apologies, I didn't know you wanted to attack as well.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna run him through. That's why I was saying I was calling out that he's a monster, so that people won't freak out when I stab him.
Do it. What do you stab him with? Your cane sword?
Yes, exactly. I have a 2 and a 7, so I'll take the 2. and a 1. So it's a 21.
Hard success, is it,
And
maybe?
his cane is pretty good, actually. He's shit with a gun. 61. So he has a
Yeah,
hard success.
Okay, cool. You hit him. Give me a damage roll.
Damage roll it is. Cane. Let me get to my cane. Fencing is 1d6. Stand by. He has no strength, so it's a 4. No strength bonuses, so
damage?
it's a 4 damage.
Okay. Yeah, you. Where did you stab?
Well, if there was an option, I'd want to stab him in the face, in the head, and the neck.
Okay.
But
Yeah, you
whatever's
You
convenient.
stab him straight through the head, and it twitches a bit, and then it just goes limp. Well, not really limp. It goes stiff.
Of course.
Is no longer struggling against you at all, Loyal.
Sir, did we want to kill him?
He was already dead. Just hold on to him for a moment, and he'll remove his glasses and see if he has the empty eye sockets.
He does.
Loyal, go ahead and dislodge yourself safely from there. And then he'll pull his sword cane back out, put it at the thing's throat in case it tries to get back up.
Okay.
And he'll keep calling out to the crowd, hopping vampire in Chinese.
Okay, and you hear the distant blowing of constable whistles.
Very good. Then he will clean off his cane with whatever is on it and put it away and be ready. Make a statement.
When they arrive, what's your statement going to be? Sorry, go ahead, Loyal.
Well, I was going to say, before they showed up, I wanted to as I was getting up, to take a look at the dagger. Not touching it, though.
Okay.
It looks just like a regular dagger, or
No. I'm sorry. You weren't there for the description of that dagger before. Let me get to it. I just got to find the section on that. This is a pretty beefy scenario. It's over 40 pages. There it is. It's a heavy... Oh, no, that's not it. Sorry, wrong thing.
I remember right, it had a ball-shaped handle and then
it has
a triangular
blade, yeah.
Triangular blade. It was like a push knife.
The briefcase, the knives. Here we go. So, they're curiously tapering triangular iron blade about 7 inches long, and 3 cutting edges are all very sharp. Good night, sweetie. The tip is needle sharp. The iron pommel is globular and smooth, except for the encircling relief of a stylized serpent. The guard is plain and circular. The hilt is of fine copper wire wrapped over an iron tang. The weapon weighs about 2 pounds. Oh, you're not picking it up, so I guess that's...
Oh, how much does it look like they're close by, or do I still have a moment?
You still have a moment, yeah.
Ruben, do you want the blade? Yes or no?
I would love to have the blade, but we have to leave the blade there to account for him attacking you.
The question is, maybe someone else attacked us and left.
No, there's too many witnesses. Just leave it be.
Very well.
So Ruben wants that knife too. Oof. I think I'm gonna try to work another way around it and get the knife from the police later.
Okay, so yeah, the cops show up. What's your statement?
Exactly what we said. What happened? We were set upon by an individual, and he tried to stab my compatriot here, and I had to defend him, and I ended up stabbing him. And as you can see, the person is bizarrely desiccated, as if they were already a corpse of some kind. So there's some sort of bizarre puppetry or something at foot. I'm at a loss to explain it.
Did you tell him about
But
the
I'm surely the witness, yeah, exactly. He has no eyes and the sockets are dry. So if you just ask anyone around, they'll tell you that this is a bizarre individual.
Yeah, and the people will back up your story. He came out and just started stabbing and then the big guy held him down on the ground while the other guy stabbed him through the head.
Exactly. And the constables that are there, are they foot soldier types or anybody of note?
Oh yeah, this is Lambeth. Yeah. No, nobody of note. One guy you think you saw before in Inspector Cleveland's repertoire, whatever you want to call it, like his not repertoire, what you call it, his entourage.
Right. Well, then I will just use that. I believe I saw you, Constable, with Inspector Cleveland.
Yes, I've worked with Inspector Cleveland.
It may seem an unusual consideration, but as you know, I'm with Hudson and Brand. He gives him his card.
Mm-hmm.
This is completely on the up and up. That knife, it is an unusual knife in the case that it looks to be of an occult sort of a thing, which is in my realm. I wondered that I might secure that knife to see if I can find out more and perhaps provide you some information that may not be readily accessible in your
Oh, I
circles.
see. Okay. Well, roll credit rating.
Sure. Stand by. Credit rating 34, which is a good roll, but I don't think it's enough. Stand by. His credit rating is a 27, unfortunately.
What did you roll?
A
34.
34.
Do you want to spend
Yeah.
7 points of luck to make it a success?
I just
Or do you want to push the roll? Push the roll, you roll again. You don't get to spend any luck on it, and if you
no,
fail,
I think
something
I think
bad happens.
Yeah, I think my odds are I'm in the lower, quarter of I think it's best to just spend it. So
7
I'm down.
points.
Yeah, I'm down 14. So yeah,
Okay,
that's fine.
so you spend 7 points of luck, and he says, "Oh well, yes, I'll let Inspector Cleveland know."
And of course, it'll be available.
That it's with you, and here we'll put you down as a consultant on the case.
Very good, sir. Very good.
A consultant to the constabulary, to Scotland Yard, on this particular murder, which you essentially committed, although it's not so. It was an attempted murder against your friend, that you killed a man in defense. Yeah. Okay. Sure. So he let you take it.
Very good.
What the fuck? They weren't gonna get any fingerprints off or anything in 1892.
Sure,
3,
he's gonna
whatever it is.
wrap it up real well, so there's no chance of cutting himself on that sharp and needly pointing on. He's gonna give Loyal a wink. See,
Do they need
things work out.
Do they need me to move the body? If Ruben is working the case, I can work the case too. Provide services. That's
What's your luck, Loyal?
my luck. Currently 31.
No, they've
No?
got it already taken care of. They're going to take the body to a morgue for the moment, until the inspector can have a look at it.
I was just thinking how much larger Loyal must be in Chinatown
Oh yeah, right.
with
He's a
everybody a few
giant. He's
inches.
literally a giant walking around. But like by this point in time, everybody knows Hudson Brand has a giant. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
He's been hanging around and doing stuff for the agency for a couple of years now. So, yep,
Well,
he's kind of famous in a way.
I would say that it's back to business at hand. We got Chang to search out, sir.
He is easily the largest man in London. Okay, so yeah, you can go and you can get your Chang. Yep.
And while there, I will ask: is there something else that I could
There's
accompany
a pipe.
this with?
There's a pipe smoke.
It goes well with this.
Yes, it's a perfect accompaniment. You smoke this while drinking Chang. They complement each other very nicely.
Well, I will accept. And
Do you
is
need
this
a pipe
person
as well,
Chinese?
sir?
Is this person Chinese or Tibetan? Tibetan, I would assume, right?
Give me a Tibetan roll.
Hmm. 27, just under my 33. So it's a regular roll.
You think they're Tibetan? Yes.
Yes.
Give me a Cthulhu Mythos roll as well.
Oh shit.
But yeah, they do seem to be Tibetan too.
Cthulhu Mythos. Oh, 88. I did not make it.
Okay. Yeah, Tibetan for sure.
Cho for sure.
So she sells
Fair
you
enough.
the tea and the pipe smoke. Did you need a pipe as well, sir?
Uh,
She'll
I
try to sell
appreciate.
you some wooden pipe.
Yeah, sure. I appreciate the offer, but he's well equipped with his own den.
I see.
Now, one assumes that if this is the best Chang and this is the best, I'm not saying this to her. If this is the best Chang and this is the best smoke for it, that he's probably already got it. But the point is that I made the effort to find it.
Exactly. Okay. No problem. So that's your afternoon sorted. By that point in
Yep.
time, it's evening, actually. Yeah. After dealing with the police and everything.
Loyal, was there anything you wanted
You
to
are
get while we're in the
expected
area?
to, you would know that in the kind of social whatever etiquette, you would be expected, of course, to report to Inspector Cleveland at some point about the dagger since you were taking it away to examine.
Absolutely.
And you are now officially, connected to this case.
Chain of
Obviously.
custody.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Okay. But yeah,
Oh,
then
I
you can
wasn't
head back.
stealing it.
No, I know, I know. I just wanted to
Wink,
remind
wink.
you. Just saying. The guys will getting back. You guys will all get back to the house around the same time before 8 o'clock. It's June, so it's still not dark out yet. Markham will have dinner ready. What day is this? This is still Sunday? No, this is Monday, isn't it? No,
I
this is
think
still Sunday.
it was Sunday. Yeah, it's still Sunday night. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, this
We
is
were
still
talking
Sunday.
about starting back up on Monday morning.
Yep. I
Uh,
just want to make sure. Yep. So
Loyal, how about you stay the night, and that way we can make an early morning of it because I have a meeting with No, and I think he might get a kick out of you, and having you, at my side will only discourage pickpockets and muggers as well.
As you wish, sir.
Over dinner, I'll tell Reuben and Loyal that we discovered what we discovered about Robin Hood's Bower, how it is actually very near to Henley, and was apparently some sort of pre-Christian enclosure where possible rituals were performed.
Pagan
Loyal,
meeting grounds.
give me an idea roll.
Really? Again? At least it's not an appearance roll. That's worse. 4. So I extreme.
An extreme success.
Yeah.
Oh, you remember hearing somebody talk about there was a song they sang about Robin Hood's Bower at that gypsy fair you were at back at the regatta.
Okay. Yeah.
Where's my information here? Oh, this is not it. I've gone too far.
When you're entertaining the big gypsy woman.
Mm-hmm. Indeed, he was. And where is? I'm missing something here. Let me zoom out. You rolled an extreme success, so I'm going to give you another piece of information as well with that. It's just come to mind because you were really kind of intoxicated. You were drinking a lot of wine that night.
Okay.
However, I know it's in here. I just got to find the damn thing. I guess it's just not put in a sensible order. Here it is. Traveling fairs. I was trying to see if I could find if you could remember the name of the fair. I don't know why I don't see the name here in the freaking sec. Okay, here we go. What's the name of the fucking thing? That's all I'm trying to find out. It's got to be way back at the beginning of the scenario. Gypsy Fair. That's yeah, here's the regatta. Sorry about this, guys. 2 seconds. Just
You're good.
No problem.
yes, here it is. I found it. I knew it was. God, it was all the way back at the intro. There's a whole section about it. That yeah. It was called Ferench's Famous Fantabulum of Fun,
Far out.
which is the same name that was in that letter that Ruben has pulled out a couple of times now. Ferench.
But I don't know this. This is what he knows, right?
Yeah, it's just struck him now while you guys are discussing this at dinner, and when Spencer specifically was telling you about Robin Hood's Bower.
So I remember a song from there.
Yeah, from the Gypsies. They were singing a song about Robin Hood's Bower. And then you remember the name of the fair, Ferench's Fabulous Fantabulum of Fun. Ugh, that's hard to say.
You actually probably start hearing Loyal sort of singing it under his breath right now. The song.
Fair enough.
And then once he tries to, he says it a little louder. Seems I remember something from the fair, and a song that I don't know if it'll be of any use, and he sings it.
Interesting. Well, let us hear the song. That's a great song.
Yeah. Are you gonna actually sing it? Not you, Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Loyal sings a little bit. Yeah, it's just
I was gonna try. He's
it's just
not
a
that.
harmless. It's just a harmless little rhyme, but and he doesn't remember most of the words. But
All right.
Is it anything of use in it?
no, not at all. Just
Oh,
the
okay.
name of it.
Uh,
The useful point is the name of the fair,
right.
and the fact that it contains the name Ferench. So I presume you share that.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I share the name of the fair as well.
And is this the sort of fair that has a schedule, like on a solstice or something like that? Do we know?
Do you know?
Is it an occult sort of thing? Because a couple of us are good occult guys.
Right. Let me see. Okay, so look for. Just looking to see. Give me an occult roll.
Stand by. Just me, or are there occult as well?
Yeah, anybody who's thinking about it now. Anybody who's present. All of you.
I got a 47, and his occult is 80.
Got a 27.
Okay. No, not that you know of.
That's
Very
a hard
good.
success.
Yeah.
Nope.
He said it was Ferentz's Fantabulous Fair of Fun?
No, it was Ferench's Famous Fandambulum of Fun. Fandambulum is Fandambulum. It's a silly word, Fandambulum.
It sure is.
None of you guys went there except for Loyal. Loyal, what you remember of it? Let me see here. I can tell you.
Fantambulum.
it was a smallish entertainment fair. Mostly consisted of like mechanical rides, stalls offering gambling games, and shies, which are games where players throw balls or staves to knock objects down, juggling, fortune telling. There's a dancing bear, card games, tests of strength, which you quite enjoyed, food, drink, which you also quite enjoyed, and other diversions. But yeah, there'd be traveling traders and cheap jacks that sell all manner of items at low prices, usually poor quality and stolen origins, things like that. There was actually you would also notice when you were late in the night, Loyal, that there was a gang of local ruffians there that were rowdy from drinking tents, but they stayed on their best behavior. Nobody caused any problems when you were there. Yeah, there you go.
Interesting. That's something we're going to definitely need to investigate then.
What time is it right now?
Well, by this point in time, it's like almost 9 o'clock at night.
Sunday night still?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in the morning we could go to the library and look up. There's something about that word with the word damn in the middle of it. I don't know. I'd like to find out more about that.
Okay.
So the names do match up with the Nestor Ferenc. It's the same.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Just want to make sure.
Famous Vandambulum of Fun.
Famous Fandabulum of Fun. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Famous.
Which, when last any of you saw it, was there outside of Henley-on-Thames, on the river.
How is it spelled? The word there that has the damn in it.
Fandambulum.
There's no N after the M in the damn part of it then.
No,
Okay.
there is not. So you guys were there on the 2nd of June.
Right. Well, gentlemen, what's the plan for tomorrow? I have to meet with No-Nos in the morning. I was going to take, No-No with No-No in the morning with, I'm going to take Loyal if he's available.
Yeah, that's at 9 a.m. in Lambeth.
Yep. So we're going to get an early start. We don't have any occurrences this evening. And just out of sheer, let's see if it's going to work. I'm assuming the shotgun is near the door, the front door. We would have left a shotgun in the umbrella case, that sort of thing.
Sure.
Loyal, you want to come with me? And we're just going to make a quick bolt out the door with the shotgun straight across the street to where the carriage had been seen before.
So you're taking the shotgun,
My
or do you want me
goodness.
to?
What's your luck, Ruben?
Hold on. It was a 57. He spent 14, so that's 10.
So you rush out with your shotgun in your hand. This is at what, like 9 o'clock at night?
Exactly.
There is a cab across the street.
If we can block it, Loyal, get the horse, and he will put the barrels. Come out with barrels facing, telling the man to stand down.
The man that's sitting in the driver's seat. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. He looks horrified, and you hear a scream from inside the cab.
It's not the same cab.
No, you see a name on the side of it, A. Bentworth.
Of course. Sir, did you see? We were just burgled. Did you see someone run through here? Are you safe?
I presume you take the gun out of his face?
Absolutely. Are you safe? No one's hurt?
We didn't see anything. What? Jesus Christ.
You better make headway away from here, sir.
Woman inside is crying.
You'll be fine, ma'am. Get out of the immediate area.
You recognize her. She's some local lady. She used to shop at Alice Morrow's Books.
We will make amends in the daylight hours, madam. Good evening.
Okay. They get the fuck out of there.
Yes, get the fuck out of there. I'm assuming that there's not another cab, you bastard.
You failed your luck roll.
Well.
You don't see another cab. Well, wait a minute. Give me a spot hidden roll.
Stand by.
Can I roll that too?
Sure. Since if you rushed out right behind him. The others I imagine standing shocked at the door, like, what the fuck is he doing?
21.
2 from a hard. It was just regular.
That's enough. On kind of kitty corner from there, like across the street the other way, you see a cab speed off, a black cab.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Nice.
we should try this again another time. And he walks back inside.
Okay, so I think we have a mission for the birds in mass to set up a chain of custody, as it were, put them on each corner so that when they speed away, they'll be able to see where they go. We'll put them all to it. I'm gonna break out the petty change from the fund there and make sure that every kid gets a little lunch, so they can stay where they are. Prep it all out. It's his mission tonight. He's gonna make sandwiches and all that, have it ready.
Okay. You're just getting ready for the birds?
Yes.
Okay. Got it then.
So he's gonna make he'll make, I don't know, 2 dozen small lunches.
Okay. Marco will be happy to help.
And have enough coins out.
Well, Marco isn't going to provide any coins, but he'll help anyway.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm just saying he's going to have enough of the small coins from his petty cash.
Sure.
To account for each one.
Fair enough.
And what time does Albie come over in the morning normally?
What time do you want him to come over in the morning? He works for you full time now, pretty much.
I know, but I didn't get a chance to tell him to come early, so I'm just saying, what's his normal time?
That's what I'm asking you. What do you want it to be? 9 o'clock? 8 o'clock? I imagine you want him to come after breakfast, not before.
Well, we're always happy to feed him.
Well, he has breakfast with his mom.
That's true. Well, I have to be somewhere at 9. So if he's not there by 9, I have to leave instructions. That's all.
Fair enough. Yeah, you can leave instructions.
So if he's there, perfect. If not,
he won't. You're going to need to leave by like 8:15 anyway, or maybe 8:30.
Exactly.
So he won't be there that early.
All right. So there'll be a series of instructions. He'll draw a quick map of the area, let him know what it looks like. Black cab, unmarked. Seems to be observing the facility there, the house, as well as our person. I'm more interested in following the ones at the house because that's a more stable point of interest, and to stage his birds at the various corners. And this is what they will all be doing today. So pull in the reserves and everything. So
cool.
And have all the lunches set aside.
Look out for cabs.
Yep, looking for this particular cab, and when they tear off, when we show up, they always leave and let us know where they go.
Right.
And we want all the details of the drivers or any notes you can make about the cab. And yeah, there we go.
Okay. That's fine. No problem at all. You guys call it a night then?
That would be Ruben's
Sunday?
night. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to be doing.
Yes, I head to my room and continue working on my book.
James, anything you want to do before bed?
Does he have a firearm? He said doesn't have anything on his page.
James, he can if he wants.
Yeah. I was thinking that
What kind do you want to have?
there was something that I probably should have asked before we started the game, but when
You
he
you can
came
totally
there
have a
to pick,
firearm.
but when he came there to pick up um, the stuff of Gerard's, what was left there? Did anybody go through it and take certain things out of it, or everything that he had in his room was there for him to pick up?
I'd never heard of anybody changing anything. I think his room was left as it was, you know?
So he should still have the Hudson and Brand pistol, the
Oh, yeah,
custom made pistol.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Freaking D10
Totally.
plus 4 or whatever it was.
He would turn like he on an off weekend he would have went to the or an off week he would have went to the grandmother's house and gave her the violin and certain things, diary of little importance
Hmm.
that Gerard had. But he
Totally.
would keep certain things like because he had notes about the Cthulhu stuff and the things he was reading and writing,
yeah.
and so he would keep those and give the grandma just the nice stuff, that
Did we have the numbers for that big pistol, the custom made pistol?
I do indeed have them.
That's what I thought. I want to say it was like a D10 plus 2.
No,
That sound right?
it was a D10 plus 1.
Plus 1. Okay, D10
Range 20, ammo 6 because it's a revolver.
Gotcha.
Revolver. No malfunction though, and one or 3 attacks per round.
Gotcha.
So 1 to
Yeah.
10.
Gerard had a start-off shotgun also.
You guys are loading up.
Yep.
What time of night is it?
It's after 9.
Because I forgot to. Today was a new day. How
You could
how
go to work.
soundproof? Well, no. How soundproof is that? The room
Oh, their
downstairs.
shooting range? It's not
Yeah.
soundproof at all.
It's not.
But the
Okay.
place next door is a hospital, and he doesn't really operate much at night, so he's a laryngologist.
Oh,
I mean,
so would
Hudson
it,
and Brand has had a shooting range down there for years, so it's not. If you want to go practice some shooting, it's not a
sure. I guess I'll do that.
problem. James, you gonna help him out with that?
Sure. He has a
What
pretty good
what kind of guns are you best with, James?
pistols.
Okay, and what do you want to practice with, Loyal?
Unless a custom handgun is made, I think I'm going to stick with the like a shotgun.
Okay.
That wouldn't be too difficult to help you.
I think we were just talking about a sawed-off shotgun for me.
Yeah, so sawed-off shotgun would look like a pistol in your hands.
Yeah, but yeah, shotgun.
Okay.
Oh, failed again.
Well, hold on. What's your shotgun skill?
The base 25.
James.
Oh, James.
Since
Oh,
he's helping you.
mine is not very well either. Mine is particularly. I think it was in a 25 to 30 whenever I looked at it earlier.
Mhm.
But his pistol was at 65.
Do you want to roll your shotgun for me anyway?
Sure. Let me make sure what it is first.
You could still succeed. If you succeed, I'll give him a bonus die in his roll.
Okay, so let's see. Okay. All right, yeah, I got 25 on it. Let me roll here. Maybe I'll be lucky. Who knows? Okay. Nope. Terrible. 63. Okay. And he went way over.
You realize that James isn't really great with a shotgun either. Loyal, he doesn't hit the target very much either.
So I don't learn from him, and I don't learn anything from even just firing one.
Not at the moment, no. You still got to hit something to get that check mark. But hey, keep practicing, man. You know, the rules of
I was getting amazing rolls on idea, but you can't put a check mark on idea.
Right.
So, oh well.
Anyway, statistically speaking, you're going to have to succeed one of these days.
Yeah, it'll be the at the very end. I'm just going to roll it once, and I'll succeed at the very end.
Yeah. Okay, so then you guys call it a night on Sunday, and you will wake up on your respective Monday mornings to do whatever it is you're going to do. Let's take a bio
Bio break.
Smoke them if you got them.
Gross.
Sounds good.
You know, for Loyal, I was thinking, you said he had a big walking stick or a cane that he uses.
He's got a, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
A
What if
cane
he had
/ walking stick.
some? He could either have somebody perhaps build in some kind of rifled barrel into the, where he could use that as a. They wouldn't know that he was carrying a weapon, a distance weapon.
True, but I would like to at least know how to use it more than just the base.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's
Yeah.
put it this way. I can throw a rock for a lot better than probably shooting a gun. I don't know why I went with throw, but I could have put
He
it into
does.
shock.
He does almost as much damage on a punch as
Well,
a shotgun.
well, my with using the brass knuckles is yeah, I get an extra +2. So unarmed is D3 plus 2d6, and then the brass knuckles add an extra 2 to that.
Wow.
The cane is a D8 plus 2d6, which is the same as a machete, and then the rock is only D4 plus. I only put 1d6, I think.
It should be. Oh yeah, it is 1d6. You only get half
Yeah.
on a thrown weapon.
Yeah.
You get half your strength bonus.
Still don't know. I should have put those 30 points into shotgun or something.
The shotguns that we have at our access here, are they anything special or are they just standard shotgun damage?
I think they're standard shotguns, pretty much. I mean, I have the stats for them in the Hudson brand book. I could look at that later, but
I want to say it was 46, right?
at close range, yeah. If you're using, birdshot anyway.
What if you tried to use a slingshot, a regular handheld slingshot, but it's going to be a lot stronger with you behind it? I mean, that thing would probably pierce such a bullet. You use the right pellet in it.
Oh, it depends what skill roll it is.
I don't know what that would fall under. I'm sure there's something for a slingshot.
Yeah, as I said, I have points 78 in brawl, fighting brawl, which affects all the weapons I use. And then I have 50 in throw. I didn't put any other points into anything, so I don't know where slingshot would fall under.
I actually do have these stats for a 12 gauge.
All right, I'm going to step away for a minute.
What do you got for?
So for 12 gauge, it depends on the range. So it's 46 at short, 2d6 at medium, and
Yeah.
1d6 at long.
That's what I thought.
That's 10, 20, and 50 yards. That's for buckshot.
Yeah.
Slug damage is 1d6, 1d10 plus 6, and the
Woo.
range is 50 yards.
Hold on, let me write this down. That's 46 / 2d6 / 1d6
for buckshot, right?
and
10,
then
20, 50 yards for the ranges.
and then the other one,
Slug damage,
right?
1d10 plus 6, range 50 yards.
1d10 plus 6.
This
Ooh,
may be a
that's
slightly extended biome break. I gotta do something.
No worries, that's gruesome.
It says buckshot cannon impale and extreme success at short range will do 24 damage. Solid slugs can impale 6 plus a d10 plus 16.
Whew.
This is for the 12 gauge.
So the 46 would be what, 3.5, 3.5, 3.5. So 12, 14, 15. 15 average, 15 average.
Different.
And then the average for the other one would be 11, but it has penetrating.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's good.
But then there's also stats here for a 20 gauge shotgun, double barrel shotgun, which is different. It's 2d6, 1d6, 1d3, and the slug is 1d10 plus 4. 1 or 2 shots per round.
Yeah, got you.
What does it mean under the firearms and the one that says handgun? It has 20% in parentheses. Firearms, rifle / shotgun
That's
has
the
a 25%.
that's the base. So if you have no skill in it, you've got a 20% chance to hit your target.
Oh,
Whereas with the
okay.
rifle, you've got a 25%, probably because you need to use two hands, so it's ever so slightly steadier.
That makes sense then. Yeah,
That's yeah.
20. Yeah, I've only got 25 in rifle, shotgun, firearms, like handguns at 67. So.
Oh, I'm actually a slightly better shot at rifles with you then. I have extra 30 in there.
Yeah, he's a
Maybe because he used to go hunting with his grandfather.
Ruben is a cane sword guy.
I'll be right back.
Cane sword guy, as he is.
Yeah, he's got a 61 with cane sword. Handguns are 45 and shotgun is 36.
Well, he's somewhat well-rounded. Anyway, he's not as good with a shotgun, but still, he's got melee and range skills.
Yeah. He is I built him to be that gentleman thief, gentleman art thief kind of guy, the roustabout adventurer. That's why he's terrible with people. he's good at selling stuff and finding out things, but actually talking to people, it has proven to be a weakness, which is fine. That character would have a weakness for that. You can't be good at everything.
They can't.
But if somebody needed a smart thief with multiple languages and good occult, Ruben's your man.
Well, you've put your thieving skills to work a few times in your
Mm-hmm.
time in the agency, so.
Oh yeah, he snatched many an item. So I've asked before, but do they have any what we would consider weird items for your pizzas? I mean, I was thinking about the other day. Do you have like sardines or herring or anything like that?
No. Tuna, but I don't know. Do you have tuna on pizza there?
I was thinking that might not be too terrible a pizza to go a Scandinavian direction with like a cream sauce with dill in it.
Some places put egg on the pizza. They put a raw egg on top at the end.
Oh yeah, I've had the egg, a baked egg.
There's one place that's really good, but they do a stone baked oven kind of, or stone oven baked pizza, and they use like top end ingredients like prosciutto and fucking rocket and all kinds of fucking really lovely shit on there. It's so good.
What the hell's a rocket?
I think you call it arugula.
Oh, gotcha.
It's like a peppery leaf.
Thought it might be like ramps or something.
No, it's a peppery leaf.
Neat. That sounds good.
I've had spinach on pizza, but I had spinach on pizza in Chicago a lot too. So.
Mm-hmm. Is it spelled just like rocket, like a rocket? Yeah, there it is. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yeah, it looks good.
But now pizza's mostly just pizza, We have a Catalan chicken and chorizo pizza right now. It's pretty good. It's got sour cream on it. It's gorgeous. somebody rejoin? Sounded like somebody got dropped from the call and rejoined earlier.
I missed it if they did.
I must have heard something else then. Never mind.
They're in the exact same family as arugula. Eruca viscaria sativa.
I thought it was the same plant, actually. I thought it was the same thing. Just
Yeah,
different
no,
name.
it's the same one.
Sativa, you say, huh?
Mm-hmm. Arugula is good. I don't think I would order it on purpose, like for a pizza. I can't think of one I would want on it.
I had one with like prosciutto and arugula and an egg, fried egg.
That'd be all right, I guess.
What was it? Arugula rocket, whatever, same thing. Is everybody back?
I am. I'm here.
Yeah, I know you.
Here.
Okay. Paul? Paul is not here yet, it would seem.
Ooh.
Rob is here, yeah, Rob?
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
Gabapentin's got me all loopy.
Well, you're on a case. A couple cases now,
Mm-hmm.
but they're obviously related.
Right?
As soon as Paul gets back, we can resume. The first thing's going to happen will be your meeting with No-No.
Yep. Should be fun. So is No someone that Loyal's run into before?
I don't think so. I don't think Loyal's never met No-No.
Fair enough. He will.
Come on, Paul. Where you at?
So apparently, online gaming is down during the lockdown.
Not for me, it's not. Fuck.
I realize you personally, but as a whole. So I was researching it, and they were saying that for like the massive multiplayer games and stuff like that, everything's down. You would think it would be up, but everything was down. And apparently, there's a isolation depression that's kicked in. People just have an apathy now.
That's weird.
Just
Not
sit and
me.
watch TV rather than do something.
All right, Paul's back. All right,
Let's do it.
so we will resume.
Let's do it.
So you go to Lambeth early in the morning.
Yep.
You probably have a little breakfast beforehand with Loyal.
Right. Leave all the
Markham will
stuff
make
for
sure it's
the
ready.
birds with Markham.
Okay.
Markham's got all the lunches and the instructions and the little bag of coins for Albie to pass out, and forwarding incentive pay. Yeah, there he is.
That's okay. Namdak Yu Ying. So you go to Mr. Fing's Oriental Imports, or Imports from the Orient, whatever it is. And You go downstairs into the opium den in the basement. And Namdak is there with his two big Bolo twin looking bodyguards. And you come down with Loyal, yeah? Loyal gets a
Indeed.
lot of stares all
I
the
bet.
time in Lambeth. But he's
Hmm.
usually seen, but not during the day.
Right.
And when he is seen, people usually get out of his way.
Sure.
But you can immediately tell these bodyguards are kind of sizing him up.
Reuben will put up his hands and say, he's my regular compatriot. I just brought him along because I've been followed of late. It's nothing inferred for your presence at all.
Namdak would say, "You weren't followed here, were you?"
I do not believe so, but they have been pretty persistent, which is part of the reason why I'm here. I've brought Chichang and Rakasasa. That's the Tibetan for royal tobacco.
Okay. Oh, well, thank you. A very thoughtful gift. I've been hoping to meet your giant one day. I've heard of him, Mr. Gibbs. Is it not?
Loyal Gibbs, Namdek, man of many voices and eyes.
Greetings.
So, tell me more about this situation in which you find yourself being followed by unknown men.
There's two situations. The first one is these unmarked black cabs have been following me and the rest of the compatriots and monitoring our house. And the police have been of a little help. So I've set eyes to keep track of it, but I'm just wondering if perhaps it might be something in the direction of the Fu Manchu, since we stirred up his nest recently. Thought maybe that might be something you might have heard of.
Fu Manchu's people have been pretty quiet on the street ever since your showdown.
That's what I had hoped. I'm at a bit of a loss then. The second thing is this, and as much as I'd like to keep it for myself, and I'm sure that once I show it to you, you're going to want to keep it. It's actually property of Scotland Yard, and I am in the chain of custody. I thought it might be of interest, and you might have some information on it. He's going to lay out the cloth and show the dagger.
Ah, he takes it with great interest and starts turning it over, balancing it, looking at it. He says, "This is a very special knife indeed. This is a Chinese design."
Interesting. Tell me what you can, what you know about it, and I'm going to tell you who wielded it, and we'll see if our information ties together.
Well, this is balanced for throwing. And this triangular blade, it'll do a great deal of damage. These wounds will not close naturally. And he looks at it more deeply. He says it is very, very fine indeed.
This is the second time we've seen this knife. The first time, a man was killed on the train when we were going to the regatta, and the second time was right here in Chinatown, where an individual tried to stab my man here, Loyal Gibbs.
You seem no worse for the wear, Mr. Gibbs.
Despite my size, it takes a lot to get the jump on me.
The people that used these knives did not throw them; they were stabbing, and they were blind. They have no eyes in their sockets. They're notably dead, but walking around. And I'm at a bit of a loss here.
Some kind of a zombie.
That's what I'm getting the general idea of. I seem to have stepped into a pile of something. We were just on vacation and we fell right into it. I was hoping you might have some insights.
Didn't you have a previous contact with someone knowledgeable in that range of expertise?
I'm trying to think.
They weren't one of mine. You remember the
There was
Irish guys? The brothers?
from the first case,
Like
right?
second case anyway,
Second
yeah.
case.
hmm The ones that
So,
worked the warehouse anyway with the artifacts and the zombies.
right,
There
and
was
they
a
had the
Chocho
zombies in,
sorcerer there. You guys
and then
killed him.
right, the female, wasn't that the one that had the female came from the water?
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, that was before we met.
Mm. Yes, but I'm aware of what happened that evening.
To be truthful, I've had so much stuff happen in the last 2 years. It's kind of a blur. Yeah, we found ourselves in the being threatened by zombies at that, but these are different. These are different zombies. It's not the same. I'm not a specialist on zombies, but they did not act the same.
The
Those were more
Carver brothers.
right.
Heligoland. That was it.
I'd want to spit, but I don't want to spit on your floor.
Hmm.
Yes, illegal land. He's going to
Unfortunately,
put his
that
fingers
is
together and break them.
that is no
Bad
business
luck,
of mine, I'm afraid.
right?
But this knife, like I said, whatever these men were doing with it, these knives are designed for throwing. You say you've encountered more than one of these?
Yes, and both times they were held in hand for stabbing by zombies.
Who
That
does this
one,
one belong to?
I'm sure you heard of the incident in Chinatown. It happened yesterday afternoon.
Indeed. Sorry, my cat's knocking shit over because she's an asshole.
I didn't get a name. It was just some random guy came up behind us, tried to stab Loyal. He tackled him, and I stabbed him in the head, and he went back to being dead.
So how did you obtain this blade? You just took it
The
from the scene?
the constable put it in my care because of my connections to the occult.
I see. So you have to give it back.
Yes, unfortunately.
He hands it back to you with a disappointed look on his face.
Oh, believe me, if I can get another, then we can negotiate some sort of arrangement because I'm interested in one myself, just as a collectible. You understand?
Of course, from one collector to another.
Indeed.
Well, I will let you know if I hear of anything. I will find a way to contact you.
Of course. Well, I was hopeful. Um, I guess I will be in touch. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you in the future.
Likewise, Mr. Carmichael.
Namdek?
Mr.
And
Gibbs, a pleasure to meet you.
Mr. Gibbs has a unique career, if you did not know. If you have need of bodies for scientific study and such, he's your man.
I see.
I'm more of the person who transports the bodies than the procurer of them.
Yes. I did not mean to assume that he took them out. Yes, of course. He merely removes the garbage. He doesn't make it.
Very well. Mr. Gibbs, have you ever thought about fighting?
Uh,
Prize fighting, that is.
it, despite I'm more self-defense kind of, or preventative, I guess.
I
But
understand.
Do you think you would find someone who would wish to fight me?
One of the guards steps forward and says, I'll fight him.
How big is that guard compared to Loyal?
Oh, nowhere near as big as Loyal. He's big compared to you, but I mean, he's still not super tall. And Loyal is almost 8 foot tall. And Namdak kind of chuckles and says, that won't be necessary. He says there are more civilized ways of doing this. Organized matches and such, fought in properly maintained rings in certain parts of London.
Well, Loyal, if you're interested, I will. I'll make arrangements with a local gym and get you trained up.
Something to think about, yes.
Anyway, I don't mean to
Namdek,
keep you
if you can find someone that would make an interesting challenge as far as on paper, perhaps it would be worth a good coin or two for Loyal. Gives him a wink.
I will be in touch.
Have a good day. And he'll bow and work his way out.
Loyal tries to mimic, he bows as well a bit and then ducks under the door and leaves.
All right. Spencer and James, what were you doing with your mornings on Monday, the 6th of June, isn't it? Yes.
Yes. 6th of June.
I was wanting to find out about the name of that poster or whatever it was we saw. They had the damnable something on it.
Oh, the
That
Fandambulum?
yeah, it fascinated him for some reason, and he wanted to explore a little bit more.
Let me see. Where would you want to explore looking for information on the Fandambulum of Fun? Or you just want to look up the word? See if you can
Yeah,
find
let's look at
information?
the dictionary. We probably have a dictionary there at the house. So that'd probably be the first step. And if it's not enough, then maybe go to the library. And then from there, just, I don't know.
Yeah, more research is definitely something I would like to do. Now that we have a full day at the library. So if he's going to start looking around the house, I'm just going to head right to the library and just start looking things up. Everything I can remember from there. Letters, the Forens and Fandabulum of Fun, and Robin Hood's Bower, Dulcannon, whatever that thing
I
was.
believe I already told you
But I knew that
everything
was something
about
about
the
okay.
about the Robin Hood's Bower.
Okay.
Dulcarnon?
Mhm.
Let me see here.
As far as I know from my occult roll, it means something like dilemma, also the two-horned, Lord of the Two Horns, synonym for the Horned Man. So I don't know if I'll find anything else more about that.
Right.
But maybe there's some kind of newspaper clippings or something, newspaper that would mention Nestor Ferenz or any of the other gentlemen in there, like Horatio Cartwright.
Give me a library roll.
Yeah, scour through the library. Come on. Rolled a 37. I think that's a hard success. Let me check. No, it's 5 off a hard success.
Okay. You can find a history of the house at 2 Church Street. You find a survey from 1616 that describes the already ancient house as a rambling place standing between the church and the river. D had expanded the property inherited from his mother and had also acquired adjacent buildings. Space for his collections and laboratories was required, and also for his private library, probably the largest in Elizabethan England, and for the visiting scholars who read in it. In the late 19th century, Dr. Elias Cartwright acquired the property partly for its associations and atmosphere, but also because he hoped to find something hidden away which the other owners had missed. Yep.
Okay. There's not much more there.
Nope.
Okay.
What I already told you about John Dee and Robin Hood's Bower. What else was there? Nothing about Horatio Cartwright, really. Other than the fact that
Nothing
he was a
about.
stockbroker, like
Okay.
he
Anything about
was.
Mr. Ferenz?
No, nothing about a Nestor Ferenz. Horatio Cartwright. Yep, his address was 2 Church Street, Mortlake. He lived there with his father, Elias. Both of whom are now deceased, of course.
Okay. Well, all right then.
Oh, the Dulcarnon. Sorry, that was the other thing. Here we go. I think I
Right.
already told you about this, but
Yeah. Just what it kind of meant, but if there's any other mentions of it somewhere. But I know it means something like it's a synonym for the Horned Man, or it could mean dilemma. But why would the dilemma be destroyed mean anything?
Yeah, yep. That's all I have here on it. So, okay. Anything else?
No, I guess someone needs to head to the Bower then.
Go back to the
And
house
I
for
will head back
lunch.
to the house, yeah. And let James know, since I think he would be the only one there right now.
Yeah, probably. Ruben and Loy will be coming back.
Okay, let
Oh,
him know
Ruben
that
and Loy will
there's
be back
really.
before you get back, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll let him know there's nothing really more to be found at the library other than what we already knew. And perhaps we should investigate the Bower.
Ruben and Loyal, what do you guys do when you get back to the house? You get
Before
back
we
before
get
Spencer, so.
before we get back, as soon as we go out, is there any evidence of the carriage observing us being there?
Oh, you mean where Nono is?
Yeah, in that general area.
Give me a spot hidden roll.
Stand by. And Loyal's on track for his observing as well.
I have a regular success in spot hidden.
I got a 3.
A 3?
Wow.
Yeah, I got an
Ruben?
actual 3. I rolled a 3.
You see a blind man sitting across the street with a
God
hat out begging.
damn it. You have the same look as the others?
He's got dark glasses on.
Well, you know what?
He's Chinese, man.
Just to make sure that this is the one that we're looking for, not an actual blind man, I can go take a look at him or go up and see if he attacks me.
You walk up to him?
Let's approach him a little bit aside from each other so he can't rush, both of us. You have to get one or the other.
Well, I'd rather he come after me then.
Fair enough.
So I'll stay behind me, and I'll go try to keep keep the blind man's attention.
He doesn't
Ruben will
do
stay.
anything as you walk up. He just says, he says something to you in Chinese that you don't understand, I suppose. Right, Loyal?
I'm right there.
Oh,
I
you
do.
understand? He's begging for money. Please, sir, some money for some food, please, for the blind.
Now, the other ones never spoke, right?
No.
Their skin looked different, did it not? Those other blind men?
Yeah, they were dead.
Does he look like he's alive at this distance?
Give me a spot hidden roll again. You're pretty close to him anyway.
How about an extreme?
Yeah? Yeah, he looks to be very much alive. In fact, you're looking, those glasses aren't as dark as the other ones.
No, I toss a few coins.
A few shillings. Okay.
Yeah, a few shillings.
He says "shushu" or whatever. Thank you in Chinese is.
No carriage watching us though, huh?
You don't see carriage now.
All right. Well, then we'll make our way, and as we do, we'll be keeping our eyes open to see if if a carriage appears to follow us.
Okay.
Oh, when there has been a carriage outside of Hudson and Bran, does it usually go off in the same direction?
No, it's gone off multiple directions,
Okay.
and it's parked on multiple streets and sides. So it's not just one spot all the time.
Well, then I
Although they do
request.
often stop at that spot right across the street, which is a little kind of a taxi stand, if you want to call it that.
Well, then I would request I get dropped off a bit of a distance away, and I'll walk up first through the back alleys and stuff, and see if I can get a
As,
better look before they drive off.
as we approach the immediate area, I'll start looking for our birds, see if they're on the corners, get the high sides.
Okay. Yeah, you don't see any as you creep up Loyal. You don't see anything suspicious. All the cabs you see seem to be marked.
Well,
You
I'll
see
stay.
birds around. Yes.
I will
They see you
stay.
too. I'm kind of surprised to see you during the day, but
I'll stay hidden across the street from Hudson and Brand for a while,
okay.
and keep my eyes open. And yeah, if they, I let the ask if the birds saw anything, any.
There you go up to one of them.
Yeah, I'll go up to one of them.
Because yeah, there's been a couple of them that have come and gone throughout the day. One of them followed Spencer. He left a while ago.
All right. Let Mr. Brand Carmichael know,
Of course.
and just let him know I'll stay. I'll stay here for a bit.
You're gonna hide across the street over by like where the bookstore used to be. It's
Sure.
now an import-export store.
Oh yeah, the bookstore. What?
It's not a bookstore anymore.
Yeah.
It's been purchased and turned into something else.
Well, is there an alley across the street?
Sure. Absolutely.
Okay, then.
You can
Yeah,
go
then,
sit down in there, look like a bum or something.
sure.
Try to make yourself a little bit less assuming. Scrunch
Get two
yourself up a bit.
get two coats and look like two bums.
Mhm.
Big enough.
Yeah. Well, I'm good at being stealthy, so I'm gonna stay hidden.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. It's early morning still. I mean, it's not even noon yet, but not early morning. It's late morning, but yeah. Okay. And Ruben, what do you do then? You pull up around front?
Yeah, definitely, and get out and see if Albie's around or he's making rounds. One of the two.
Yeah, he comes right up to you. Do I have Albie
It-
here? I do have Albie. Come on, I know I have Albie. There's Albie. Okay. Yeah, there's Albie.
Albie, how is your mother?
She's doing fine, sir. Thank you very much.
You're finding the accommodations at the school good?
Yeah, everything's in order. Everything's going really well.
While we were at the regatta, did you recruit any new birds?
Oh,
Possible crows?
we've always got the feelings out for new birds.
Good, good. And you got your lunches?
Oh, of course.
Did we see anything? Did we got any good information?
From today?
Yes.
Yeah, multiple drivers, black unmarked, handsome cabs. Sometimes they sit in the taxi ranks and they take passengers when they arrive. Sometimes they'll rotate there a few times in a very short period of time, all taking passengers.
Okay.
They keep coming back.
As
One of them followed Spencer when he went into town. He's
now
not
that
back
I've
yet.
gotten back, I'm curious to see if one appears, and if it does, that's what we want to see where it goes. So keep your eyes open.
Yep.
tip of the hat, rub his hair. You're a good boy, Albie. He's going to head in.
Okay. So Loyal, you'll see him head in from your hiding place across the street.
Yeah,
Roll your stealth.
Okay. Oh boy, no.
You failed.
Yeah, 86.
Ruben, roll your spot hidden.
Stand by. Spot hidden. Rolling. Oof. That's a 61. I don't think that'll make it. Hold on. Spot hidden. Oh, he's got a 61 on the nose. I got it exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You spot
61.
a big man standing in the alley across the street by the old bookstore staring at you. And then you see it's Loyal trying to
Oh.
hide.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I'm not used to hiding in the daylight. Maybe that's it.
Right? He will, on the way out, he'll tell Albie, when you make the rounds, tell Loyal that I can see him.
Okay, I'll tell him. And so you go in
And
the house.
yeah,
James is
yeah.
still there. I think, right, James? You were looking in the dictionary and stuff.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Did he ever cross that word in the dictionary?
No, doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Condambulum. Does not exist.
So James, have we got you equipped with one of the special Hudson and Brand sidearms?
Yes, it's
The big revolver.
Had. Yes.
Good. Is there anything else that I can do or show you for the facility?
Been around here for a while. I think I kind of know my way around unless there's some kind of secret doors or secret hideaways or something like that that I need escape passages. Anything along those lines.
There may be some, but I don't know of them. I've been pretty busy since I got here.
Well, maybe after this is over, maybe I'll do some experimenting, knocking on some walls to see what sounds like what. Anyway, as for now, I've got ammunition, I've got pistol. It's not going to do any good if there's any so-called supernatural beings, but ones that aren't should help them, even if they're a zombie, take off their head.
Fortunately,
they will.
I haven't run into anything that doesn't that can withstand actual close shot with a shotgun. He'll knock on the closest wood, spit on the floor, and kick it. And hopefully it stays that way.
What are you doing today?
Had to visit my Tibetan contact. He's a bit of an underworld type. I'd rather not sully you with his presence. He is a criminal, but he has fingers and eyes and ears on the underworld. So I was hoping I could get some information about the dagger and the zombies and the cabs that are following us. And I just got basic information that the knife is a special knife, which we pretty much knew. But it is interesting that it's supposed to be a throwing knife and not a stabbing knife. But other than that, I didn't get too much out of him. Just maintaining the contact. I was hopeful.
Yeah, we have to start somewhere, and usually that somewhere doesn't lead to anywhere, and we have to start back to somewhere. So,
right. So he's going to take the knife into the library and start pouring through the books and see if he can find something on it.
Okay.
Do you want a library roll?
Sure. Go ahead. This is your own personal library, right?
Correct.
Right.
So what? I'm going to roll with advantage? Cool.
Sure. I'll give
First
you a
one.
bonus die.
Yeah. What's that?
I'll give you a bonus die.
First one is a 4. The second one is a 1. So I'm going to take that 1. 18.
Okay.
And my library roll is, I haven't rolled library in forever. 66.
Hard success.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. You don't find anything about it.
Did we not have a recently have an occult book? Is it the same character or is that a different guy?
An occult
Did-
book.
A spell book. Was that James that had that or her previous character? It was the previous one, right? For the his mind's all muddled from the attacks. I think from the machine. The rich guy that died had the spell book, correct?
Oh, perhaps. Who was it?
Gerard? Did
Right.
he have it? Okay.
Yeah, it was Gerard.
Okay.
He had the spell book.
Where was it when he died?
Yeah, when he died at the.
No,
I don't
where
know if he
was
had.
it when he died?
Yeah, I don't know. Was the book left behind, or did you carry the book with you?
Would he needed the book to? I think he did use the book to do spells out of, didn't he? Because he wasn't practiced in the
Do you
spells.
memorize them?
did.
Do you?
Yeah, he had to take him with him.
Yeah, he
take
had it with him. It was destroyed in the explosion.
Was it destroyed?
Hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
Just straight up, or no chance we could have recovered it at all? No.
Nah, it was a Mythos book. It was wrecked.
Okay, very good. Well, I guess is there anybody? I mean, I've got a really high occult. Is there anybody that would have a more all the contacts that we've got in town with the various like? Oh, you know what? I think any legitimate interest might help us with the search. So I'm going to make James. You want to join me and see if we can go get an appointment with the Golden Dawn?
Yes, that's fine.
Maybe we can pick up our other compatriot and bring him with us. I don't.
He used to be at the library.
They might get a kick out of Loyal, but I think he's currently on surveillance. Where did Spencer go off to?
He's at the library. That's what he told me this morning. He was
Yep.
ready to do research. So
Had gone to the library.
So he should be
Spencer.
here.
You took a cab to the library?
Oh yes, I'm not walking that far. Are
Okay,
you kidding
cool.
me?
Okay. And you come out of the library, you can get another cab to take you back home.
Of course.
Excellent. Give me a spot hidden roll, please.
Okay. Oh, that was almost a success. It kind of like tilted over to the 1 and then rolled back to 70. It was almost 10, so that's a fail.
Oh, can you make it a success or no?
Oh gosh, no.
Okay,
I only
okay.
have a 45.
You climb into the
I'm not
cab.
spending that many.
You climb into the cab,
Mhm.
and you slide in, just about to tell the cabbie to take you back to 33 Golden Square.
Okay.
But you bump into somebody, and there's somebody already in the cab.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't realize this was already taken.
He's
And
an old blind man wearing dark glasses, and he attempts to stab you in the chest with a knife.
Oh, great. I attempt to dodge.
Roll dodge, please.
Oh boy, let's see here. Well, I got a 35. I failed. I rolled a 78.
I have a normal success.
Push the roll.
You can't push a combat roll. You can spend luck. Do you have that much luck?
I'd have to spend 43 points of luck to do that.
Don't die with luck, my friend.
Sucks because I had. I'm gonna have to because I don't want to die yet.
Okay. You spend the
Leaves
luck
me with 22 points of luck.
as the blade slashes into the seat as you dodge it and puts a huge hole in the seat. And the cab
Fall
starts
out of the
driving.
Oh, I leap out immediately.
Okay.
As soon as I see the knife, I dodged and pushed myself and jumped out of the cab.
Okay. Roll dexterity.
Failed.
Okay. You fall over a newspaper stand or something, right?
Okay.
And take 3 points of damage.
Oof. Ouch. Murder, help.
And the cab just takes off.
Someone Stop that cab! Murder! Ah, my leg!
People are
My
gathering to see
shoulder!
what's going on.
Ah! I was gonna say I hurt my shoulder, not my leg. Other characters have hurt their legs too many damn times.
Missing feet, missing legs.
All right.
Okay.
We'll go with an arm this time. I'll just lay there in pain.
You
Call
call the
the
cops.
police. Oh yes.
Okay.
I've
Constables
been
will eventually
shouting
come.
assault, murder.
The constables will come. Who was murdered?
Someone tried to kill me. Oh,
Who? What happened?
I was getting ready to head home and I got into a cab and there was a man already in there and he pulled a knife and stabbed at me. So I leapt backwards out of the cab and fell into this poor man's station or stand, and they took off that way. And I point. It was some, and I didn't really get a good look. It was some black handsome cab. I couldn't see the markings on it. But as
Do
soon
you
as I
have
started,
do you have any social skill
oh yeah,
for like getting maybe the cabman to corroborate your story or
yeah, I got a charm of 40.
roll it?
27.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he says, yep, they took off that way. It was a black handsome cab.
I'm sorry, man. I'll pay for the damages. Oh, my poor
No,
shoulder.
don't worry about it. I'm just glad you weren't hurt more.
Oh, well, thank you, good sir. Spencer Tillman, author. And I go to shake his hand and go, pull it back as my shoulder twinges again.
What's your credit rating?
60.
Oh, Mr. Tillman, it's so nice to meet you. Strange circumstances, though.
Oh, indeed, indeed. You've heard of my work.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I've seen you in the papers.
Ah, wonderful, wonderful. Well, always nice to meet someone new.
You were in the paper today, in fact, or
Oh.
yesterday, was it? Maybe. You've been in the paper
Ah,
recently for the Henley Regatta.
indeed. Ah, what a smashing show that was. As I try to gesture again and again hurt my shoulder.
The constable says,
Oh,
well, you want to make a report, I assume, yes? Did you get
yes.
do you have a description of the perpetrator of the attack?
Ooh, I will do my best. I will do my best. I really did not get a good look at the driver. You know, one tends not to look at such fellows, but the man inside, I can give a fairly good description of them, I believe.
Yeah, an old man wearing dark glasses.
Black glasses,
Mhm.
big,
Like a
big knife,
mm-hmm.
and I'm going to because Ruben brought the knife home, right, and showed it to us.
Yes, of course.
All right, so I'm going to describe that knife because I'm going to, without saying anything, I'm going to assume that it's the same fellows again.
It looked like the same knife anyway.
Right, so I'll describe that knife.
Mm-hmm.
And just, yeah. Was there a smell?
Smell of death.
Give me a spot hidden roll.
45 out of 45, yeah. Regular success.
Yeah. Yeah, it did smell a bit of the grave.
Yeah, there was a bit of a rotting smell coming from him. Perhaps he hasn't bathed in a long time, or whoever his caretakers are weren't good at it. Of course, he was a very old man, so maybe he had some sort of condition. But it was terrifying. I nearly lost my life. I've never been so frightened.
Indeed. Well, it's good that you're okay, Mr. Tillman.
Thank you. Perhaps I could get directions to the nearest hospital.
Certainly. They'll give you so.
All right. And I will, unless he needs anything else, officer?
No? We know where to contact you. 33 Golden Square, yeah.
Excellent. And I turn and I'll hand my card to the newsstand owner. And please, if you get an estimate on the repairs, and yes, contact my publisher. I will be sure that it is taken care of. There's no need for you to bother yourself with that.
Of course, Mr. Tillman. Thank you.
Indeed. Well, I'll be off. Wave with my other hand. And yeah, I'll wave down another cab, check it first, look inside, and then get in.
Yeah, okay. No problem. Nobody inside.
Very good. Off to the
Cab is
hospital.
clearly identified.
Good.
You climb in.
Okay. To the hospital, my good man. Oh,
He'll drive you to the hospital. You're gonna seek treatment there
yes, of course.
for your wound. Okay.
Hmm.
You get a hit point back for first aid.
Excellent.
Just get like a salve, probably, and a bandage or something.
Right. Luckily, nothing was broken, I guess.
No,
Oh,
it was only
thank
3 points.
goodness.
It's not a major injury, right?
No. I have 13 hit points.
No. Nope. Just bruised,
Excellent.
battered.
Oh, thank you,
You
doctor. Thank you.
know, that'll take a couple of hours.
I will flirt with any attractive young nurse that comes in, of course.
Okay.
Male or female. He doesn't care.
No,
Unfortunately, none of them recognize you.
that's all right. I have a fairly good appearance, and I
Yep.
am definitely well-to-do.
Fair
So,
enough. What is your appearance?
70.
Nice. Okay. So, you guys are back at the house, and midday comes, noon. Markham is preparing more tea and sandwiches. Still no sign of Spencer.
Well, we'll follow up with another meeting with Spencer another time. What do we say we go make an appearance at the Golden Dawn, see if they know anything. We can get some more eyes on this.
Sure.
Who are you visiting in the Golden Dawn?
You know, I don't know that he remembers the people from the seance.
Mm-hmm.
That would probably be his first contact. But being that they're the Golden Dawn and we represent Hudson and Brand, I think it's more of the us and them rather than names per se.
Mm-hmm.
If I've got a name, I'll use the name, but I don't have a name off the top of my head.
What was the name of that scenario?
That was the one with the worm. Hold on. The worms came at us. The giant worms. The ball, the orb.
It was the eyes of a stranger.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to find out exactly who was there. Okay. Oops. Here we go. Florence Farr and Dr. William Wynne Westcott of the Golden Dawn.
I'm writing it down. Dr. What?
William Wynne Westcott.
William Wynne Westcott.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady's name?
Hold on a second. Okay. The woman's name was Florence Farr, F-A-R-R.
Florence Farr. All right, that'll work. We'll
William
use
Wynne
them.
Westcott. Let's see here. This is 1892 or 93. Are we now?
I've got 92.
92.
June 6th, Monday, 1892.
Okay, so he is a co-founder of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn,
Perfect.
along with Samuel Little, McGregor Mathers, and William Robert Woodman. That was discovered in 1887, or sorry, founded in 1887. He's also active in the Theosophical Society, which he, in 1891, founded the Adelphi Lodge in London.
So that's a good person to start with. What do you say we go visit the good doctor, my friend? Dr. William Wynn Westcott. Do you know him already, James?
You would know of him, I think, James. Maybe, if you wanted to.
How is James Chamberlain's occult? Is it fairly high, or is he new to it?
Rob, you there? Uh-oh. Maybe we lost Rob.
We're both gonna go, so we'll both go. We'll just assume he's the quiet, rich observer type at the moment.
Makes sense.
It would be good to get him the contacts if he doesn't already have it. It's a bunch of rich folks, and he's a rich folk, and he's also with Hudson Brand, and we're going to bump shoulders anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And he's better
Spencer
with
Tillman
people.
is also rich.
I know.
Okay.
He's not available.
True, he's not.
I would definitely rather have these hoity-toity types go meet him anyway. Eventually, someone's going to figure out that Ruben's not what he's supposed to be. Anyway.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We will
So
head to the Golden Dawn and see if the good doctor is there, and if not, make arrangements to meet the next in line.
Fair enough. Spencer's in the hospital, getting treated. James is with you, Ruben, and Loyal. Where's Loyal? Loyal's still watching the house from outside, right?
Yeah, he's across the street. Yeah, he's across the street watching for cabs.
I
Right.
probably was told at this point that I'm not hiding very well.
Mm-hmm.
So,
oh yeah, Albie would have told you.
So yeah, try finding a different location
Mm-hmm.
and starting up again.
Roll another stealth.
Well, I wish Ruben could see me now, or sorry, not see me. Extreme. I got a 3.
An extreme success. Okay.
Yep.
You move to a better spot and completely hide. Now, you will see one of these cabs pull up. A dark cab pulls up to the taxi stand right across the street from the house. No marking, no driver name, nothing on it. Driver sitting in it seems to have a closely cropped, kind of almost reddish beard. He's wearing a little top hat type thing, of course.
Those rat bastards.
Well, I guess it's time for me to go get a cab.
Okay, you just come walking up out of the alley.
Yes.
Taxi.
And
okay.
I had get a good look at the driver, and I'll.
And you'll what?
I just want to get a good look. I'll give him a location. You know what? I'll give him a location for where my brother works. His
police station.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I get in, but I'm keeping an eye. I'm looking inside. Is there someone inside?
No.
Oh no. Trying to figure out because I never actually wrote down any cash because I never take any on these.
That's okay. What's your credit rating?
Oh, horrible.
Mm-hmm.
10.
Okay. You're poor.
Now, interjecting, and if we knew that Loyal was poor, I mean, assumed we'd give him pocket change to be able to get around.
He has pocket change. He's not broke. He's not
penniless. Okay. Oh, we make sure he's got money.
He's just poor.
Okay. Well, he would always have money if he's with us.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, so this is one of those unmarked cabs, but okay, I get in. There's nobody inside, so I'll get in.
Okay. Where are you going? Driver says.
Well, I tell him, where my brother works. I said the
right, whatever precinct it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. He starts driving off. What do you do? Just chilling? Wait till you get there?
Actually, normally are there marked cabs, or this is
Yeah, a lot of them do have some kind of a designation on them.
and this one did not have one.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna. Are there like curtains or something to look out?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can have the curtains drawn if you want. A hansom cab is pretty much just like an inner thing with curtains you can draw around you. So,
Well, I just want to see if it is going where I asked it.
oh, okay. Give me a spot hidden roll.
Okay. That should do it. Hard success.
Hard success. Actually, I don't need to have all the household stuff up now. Not in the house anymore. Okay. Hard success will do it. Yeah, you'll see you're definitely not going the right way. And why is he turning down this alley?
Okay, well, I'm going to climb out. I have a
Of the
good climb
moving
skill.
cab?
I hope. Yeah, I'm going to open up and try to climb. And how far? I'm trying to think. Would I be able to reach the driver from
Yeah,
inside?
you're a big guy. You can climb, stand up and grab him. Yeah.
Yeah. So
What are you
I'm
gonna do?
pretty. This is not. I am definitely not going anywhere near. It's not even a scenic route. It's totally not the right way.
No, why would he take you down an alley?
Okay.
Even
Well, then.
now in the day, it's dark in this alleyway.
I think he wants to have his way with you, Mr. Gibbs.
Well, I'm very attractive with 15 appearance there.
Mhm.
Uh, Actually, I'm going to climb up. I'm assuming there's enough room to sit next to him. I'm going to climb up and sit next to him.
Okay, roll climb skill then.
5 under. So yeah, normal.
Okay, you
Success.
manage to pull your way up and climb up next to him. And he's just looking at you like, "Holy shit! Is everything okay, sir?"
So I thought I'd get some air. I'm just wondering, you taking the scenic route there?
There was an overturned cart back there. I just thought I'd cut through the alleyway here to avoid the traffic.
Oh, that's a good idea then. And I'll just
Oh, and you see you're pulling up to a dead end. He says, "Damn, we'll have to turn him around. Would you mind giving a hand, guide, leading the horses?"
you know what? I have some skill in that in animal handling. I'm
Cool.
going to give him the benefit of the. Well, I still don't trust him at all, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and help to lead the horses
Okay,
while keeping an eye for anyone hiding in the alley as I get down.
give me a spot hidden roll.
Extreme.
Okay. Yeah, as you're like going up to the horses, you hear actually kind of like and sense the door opening in the building behind you, like right next to you here in the alleyway.
Kill the driver. That is not me. That is not something I would do unless I'm getting attacked. I step out of the way,
Out of the way. Oh, you trying to step away from him?
away from the door. Like you said, someone's coming out.
No,
So I
the horse is in your way, and the carriage.
Use the horse as a club.
I'll use the carriage
Okay.
as a club.
The man coming through the doorway dives towards you, charges towards you, and stabs at you with a blade.
Well, I will attempt to grab his arm.
Okay, like a fight back, or just a
Um,
dodge.
I will fight back.
This is his action, so you can either dodge or fight back.
Oh, sorry. Then I will fight back.
Okay, roll.
Just a regular. So
Regular
close.
success. He also has
Yeah.
a regular success, so he wins. Unless you want to make it an extreme success.
Make it a success.
Well, the problem is it's 8
Or a hard
points.
success. I mean, a hard success.
Yeah, it's 8 points. You know what? I can do it.
You don't have to. Just saying.
Do it.
Oh, I have enough luck. Okay.
Just spend the
Yeah.
luck.
Yep. I spent
Okay.
the luck.
So the blade slips by you and punches into the cab, and you see wood go flying off of it as it puts a huge mark in the cab. The man looks frail. He looks to be he looks like an old dead blind man.
Him I
Surprise,
will
surprise.
beat up.
This one is not Chinese.
Well, I will beat him up.
Okay, it's your action.
I will. I'm gonna stay, even though it's probably not the best location. I'm gonna stay right next to the cab if it does try to leave. But I am going to smash him with my cane.
Okay, he's going to fight back.
Hard
I have a
success.
hard success as well, so you win.
Okay, and that will be 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage with your cane.
Yeah. Yeah, I rolled bad on one of the dice.
You hit him pretty hard, but he's still standing. Next round, he tries to stab you again.
I will. You said I can hit him again, so I'll try to hit him.
Okay. Ooh,
Ooh, failed by
and
1.
I have an extreme success.
Oh, so no, I'm not going to spend that much. From a 79 down to a 15 is going to be a lot. I don't think I have that much.
He stabs you for 12 points of damage, Loyal Gibbs. How many hit points do you have?
I had 18.
Do you have any kind of armor?
No.
Okay, it's a major wound. Roll your Constitution.
So I'm just trying to count. That's a 6. Roll Constitution.
Mhm.
Oh, that's pretty good. That is a hard success.
Okay, you struggle to maintain consciousness as you feel it puncture an internal organ or something. You're bleeding heavily on the inside. As he pulls the blade back, and blood just continues pouring out of it and shows no sign of stopping. It's your turn.
I will smash him very hard.
He will fight back again. I rolled another extreme success.
Oh, come on. I got right on the
I rolled
70.
8 under 90.
Yeah, I got right normal, like right on the button. So no, like it was just a success. So,
He stabs you a second time for 14 more points of damage,
and I'm down.
and he continues to stab you and stab you and stab you.
So that means I'm dead.
The camera splashes red and fades to black. And that'll be the end of part 3, or Eyes for the Blind.